Hello and welcome to the Video Content Room. Today I'm going to be talking to you about this particular podcast and vlog series that I'm doing, and just a general hello and welcome to me. This might be the first time that you've heard me talk like this, because often I'm shut away just doing my normal work, but I'm starting to make sure that I do what I tell everybody else to do and to put yourself out there so people know where you are, how to find you, and who you are. So my name is Mike Trower. I'm a video content creator, and I live in South Devon in the UK, which I have done for 4 years, and I spend my time making videos. I'm helping other people make videos as well. So this vlog and podcast is called the VCR, the Video Content Room. And it's about me helping you guys to create better video yourself without having to hire out a videographer. Which obviously it's better to hire out a professional person to do a job that needs to be done. But it's not always as easy as that. It can be expensive, it can be costly. You might not think that you're there yet. You don't quite need to get a professional in. So this is me trying to help you create better video yourself using your phone. I want to tell you why I want to help people with video. I have been very confident in front of cameras for a long time, since I was a kid. So my dad used to work at a university in Birmingham in the UK, and he brought home a video camera, which a VCR tape used to go inside, and that VCR we filled 2 VCRs. I say we, me and my sister, we filled 2 VCRs of silly things that we were doing as kids. I was always quite the outgoing one, and that's because there is an ADHD part inside of me, and that part likes to play up and act up, which is fine, which, you know, I don't mind. It's fun, and as long as that part doesn't get me into trouble, then happy days. But this ADHD part always pops up and plays games when there's a camera. So whenever my dad used to bring this camera home from the university, we used to just have a right laugh making silly videos. So I kind of got a confidence for camera back then when I was, 4 years old, up to when I didn't want to do it anymore, so probably 10 or 12 maybe. Then I first picked up a camera myself when they appeared on smartphones. So whenever that was, early 2000s, maybe 2005. And I started to work at my mum's hardware store in Birmingham in UK. And I started to help them with a little bit of content stuff and like taking photos of bits and pieces to go onto their website, because we started to build a website then as well. And then when social media hit in, I started to like post little bits and pieces on Facebook, which was fun. And I kind of like got this thought that normal posts that I was doing, like here's a flower, here's a hammer, here's whatever, a bunch of screws, it was quite boring for me. My creative side, with the help of my ADHD part, thought, maybe we could do something a little bit different here. We're a massive, well-known hardware store, award-winning hardware store. It's only a small little place. And there's about, 8 members of staff. Been going for a long time. My granddad first made it, and I thought it might be time now to give that sort of family fun vibe online as well. So let's match up the in-store vibe as well as the online vibe. So I started to post other silly things, like being caught by my uncle, who was the other owner, with a cup of tea. But the cup of tea was actually a plant pot, and I was drinking tea from a massive plant pot a cup shaped plant pot. And it was like funny little bits and pieces like that. And if he would make a cup of tea, then we'd go, oh my God, the boss has made a cup of tea, and put that online. And just daft, silly things. And it was really good. I really enjoyed it. It was great, which gave me that buzz of humour online. Not necessarily through cameras, but just humour, having a laugh with business. So later on in life, I had a couple of children, and I became a single full-time parent. This was in 2018. So I moved from Birmingham to Devon. At the same time, I started a little cooking show with my son, because I didn't know how to cook. So I learnt how to cook by filming myself cooking, asking followers, which at the time was like family, give me something to cook and I'll cook it live on Facebook on our new page, which is called Cooking with Cody. We don't do it as much anymore. It got big, really big. It got globally big. We had, celebrities talking to us. We were on the radio. We were on the telly. We were, featured in some really cool stuff. And that was all because of the passion of content creation. All we were doing was cooking. It wasn't anything new. We didn't create a new thing. Cooking has been done since caveman years. So it was nothing special, nothing new that I was doing, but it was the way that it was all coming across. And that's the importance of content creation. The way that you deliver stuff, it can be the same stuff as everybody else. But if somebody resonates with you, in particular the way that you deliver your content, the way that you deliver your information, the way that you deliver your value, if people will prefer to listen to you over other people, then crack on with how you are. Don't try to deliver your content the same as somebody else. Just be you, and your audience will find you. So I wanted to live the YouTube lifestyle. I wanted to be YouTube famous. I wanted it to go big and viral. I wanted all of that. So, I learnt how to use cameras properly. I learnt how to use lighting properly. I learnt how to do all the bits and pieces that I needed to do to scale my YouTube channel. But although I loved it as a kid, it wasn't the same when it was a job. And I crashed and burnt, and I ended up in hospital for 5 days with stress-related stuff. So I then pulled it back to the minimal. I got rid of everything. I stopped all the big things that we were doing, like touring the UK and all the big stuff that we were doing. Everything stopped, and we went right back down to basics. So it's just me and the kids cooking in the kitchen. And even that got a bit too much for me. So I knocked the whole thing on the head and started to use my cameras for business promo videos. So I learned how to use the cameras, and I thought, I don't want to be in front of the camera anymore. Yet here I am again. But I didn't want to be in front of the camera anymore doing daft things. I wanted my ADHD part was getting tired. My creative side was still there, but didn't want to be in front of the camera. So I thought, I'm going to go and be creative for other people and help their businesses develop. And that's what I've been doing for the last few years. So now I'm doing a lot of real estate videography. I'm doing videography for businesses as well. And it's good. It's good. I've done some work for the BBC. I've done some work for Lisa Johnson, who's quite a famous entrepreneur. I've done work for local cleaning businesses. I've done work for car showrooms, UK-wide holiday parks, quite big and small stuff. And I like to have the choice of what I want to do. So I make sure that, whatever comes to me, if I get headhunted by someone, I think, do I want to do this? Am I the best person for this? And if I am, then I'll do it. And if I'm not, then I'll say I'm not the person. I won't be able to create that video for you. I'm not the person to do it. There's people with different styles that might suit better. Or it's just not something that I'm interested in. So it's just going to be a job where, I like to be able to pick the jobs that I like to do as some of my passion comes out of that video. And that's why I want to help people with this podcast and with the vlog. I want to help people achieve their best results making their own video at home or at their workplace just using their phone, because that's exactly where I started, and then I grew globally. So that's the end of this episode. I hope that you've got a little bit of insight into what I'm going to be doing, and I really hope that you can follow me on Facebook. So if you just search for miketrower.co on Facebook, you'll find me, you'll find my group, and we can keep in touch and let me know if you found this helpful. I'll leave the links in the descriptions, and I will speak to you and see you soon. Goodbye.